As above, so below. The Great Pyramid was pointed directly at key stars in Orion in a way that reflected the configuration of Orion in ancient times. Orion stars correspond precisely to the pyramid's positions in approximately 10,400 BC. This period was called by the Egyptians the first time when the god Osiris ruled the earth. This period is just after the Younger Dryas, where the whole world has seen lots of megalithic construction. 5 of the 7 Orion brightest stars have pyramid equivalents: the 3 Great Pyramids of Khufu, Khafra, and Menkaura for the belt of Orion. The pyramid of Nebka at Abu Rawash corresponds to the star Saiph, and the pyramid at Zawat al Aryan corresponds to the star Bellatrix. The Nile River corresponds to the Milky Way. The principal Giza monuments formed an accurate terrestrial map of the stars of Orion and Sirius as these constellations appeared in 10,500 BC. Osiris. The celestial counterpart of Osiris was Orion, a constellation that the ancient Egyptians knew as Shah, the far strider, and most frequently depicted by means of the 3 characteristic belt stars. And since Osiris was said to have ruled in the first time, Freemasonry, which is also centered on the worship of Osiris and Orion, aspires to revive the pre-flood civilization of Atlantis. Hermes Trismegistus. The ancient wisdom texts of Hermes Trismegistus instructed the Egyptian priests that whatever exists in the heavens must be replicated on earth if mankind would restore the ancient pre-flood civilization of Atlantis. In the Hermetic texts Thoth, Hermes, makes the following remarks to his disciple Asclepios: "Do you not know, Asclepios, that Egypt is an image of heaven? Or, so to speak more exactly, in Egypt all the operations of the powers which rule and work in heaven have been transferred down to earth below." The purpose to which these powers were harnessed, in the Hermetic view, was to facilitate the initiate's quest for immortality. Making circle. In ancient Egyptian texts, there is an instruction to the initiate to build a replica on the ground of a special area of the sky known as the hidden circle of the Duat ':" Whosoever shall make an exact copy of these forms, and shall know it, shall be a spirit and well equipped both in heaven and earth, unfailingly, and regularly and eternally. These kinds of ideas are the source of magic. Replicating skies, heavens, gives you the power of skies. Zep Tepi. First time, known as Zep Tepi, the remote epoch when the gods were believed to have come to earth and established their kingdom in Egypt. These gods included Thoth Hermes, the thrice great master of wisdom, the goddess Isis whose celestial counterpart was the star Sirius, and Osiris, the once and future king, who was killed, revenged by his son Horus, and then reborn to live forever as the Lord of the Duat. Reborn as a star in Orion. For the disciples, who were called the followers of Horus, eternal life for the pharaoh meant that he was reborn as a star in Orion. Eternal life was to be achieved through the pharaoh's rebirth as a star in the constellation of Orion. Stargate and Time Gate. The Egyptian pharaohs ascended to heaven by some doors, ways. By gate of the earth god, aperture of the sky window, and doors of iron, were terms used for this purpose. They seem to be referring to a specific place in the Duat as the portal through which Osiris and the pharaohs passed. This portal was called a Stargate. As well, it was a time gate where the departed souls attained immortality. An iron Stargate intended to admit Osiris, and all the dynasties of dead kings after him, into the celestial realms of the belt of Orion. It is also a time gate. By passing through the iron-doored portals of the sky, the soul of the deceased will attain a life of millions of years, navigating eternity in the vessels of the gods. Orion's belt. The specific portal through which the pharaohs passed is located in Orion's belt of 3 stars. Specifically, the king's chamber of the Great Pyramid was aimed at the belt star, Al-Nitik, the brightest belt star. Al-Nitik was the Stargate when visible. So what is known as Stargate Orion was opened at 10,880 BC at around the time when many believe the destruction of Atlantis occurred. So some demigods left the Earth. Some esoterics say Sun is again at the same position, so they expect a first contact with the dwellers of Orion before 2040 or even 2030. The Stargate movie of 1994 was not a sci-fi but a documentary for what is happening now. It is said that they found Stargates, one in Iraq and one in Egypt, waiting for perfect alignment.